Hi, this is my February review for Gemini. We start the month with a bang because we have a new moon in your fellow air sign of Aquarius, and if you have a sun or rising sign between 7 and 17 degrees Gemini, this is going to be fantastic for you. Now, the new moon will bring new friendships, new groups into your life, because Aquarian is about all these things, and the humanitarian issues will come up as well, and you may want to get involved with those. But being in your 9th house, this is where you need to feed your spirit of adventure. You need to involve yourself in activities that will stretch your mind and that will interest you. It could be that you've got a little bit fed up with the mundane, run-of-the-mill stuff, so it's time to experience new things and to take on fresh things. And the new moon is all about new beginnings. Two other aspects on the first. Neptune makes an aspect with the Black Moon Lilith, who's in your 1st house. Neptune in your 10th house of career and destiny. There could be some misunderstandings here, or there could be something that's not clear regarding your career or your destined path. Also in your public standing there could be misunderstandings there, something that's not very clear, and you need to be careful because you are liable to self-deception under this aspect as well. So you might think that you're deceiving yourself when something is not what it seems. So the best thing is to delve into it deeply before you make any decisions, so that things are very clear in your mind before you do anything decisive. And the other aspect is between Venus and Uranus, so this could always bring unusual, different people into your life. Venus in the 8th house of sharing, so it could be that you share time, share experiences, or even a project with people that are quite different to you normally. But it's a good time for bringing new and exciting things into your life as well. On the 3rd, we have a fantastic aspect between Mars and Jupiter, and under this aspect you can apply yourself to almost anything and it should be successful. This is a very positive aspect indeed. Now, with Jupiter being in that 10th house, this is your career and destiny, so there could be opportunities come up in that area. And with Mars in the 8th, there could be opportunities coming where shared resources are concerned. On the 4th, we have all planets moving direct. This is for 3 months, so this is full steam ahead for the next 3 months. Good time to get on and achieve. Also on the 4th, we have the Sun making a conjunction with Saturn. Now this can lower the energy a little bit, but hopefully Mars, Jupiter will keep the energy levels high. This is a time you need to look at your responsibilities, especially within relationships and to yourself in the form of your ability to grow and expand. You need to make sure that you plan well and also follow through on any projects in a structured manner. On the 5th, we have two aspects. The first is a very powerful aspect from Pluto to the Moon's North Node. Now, Pluto rules what's hidden and what's underneath the surface, and the North Node's in the 12th house, which is also hidden in the unconscious. So this is a very powerful aspect for the unconscious realms, and you need to pay particular attention to things, to signs, to dreams, to messages that come up during this time, because these could have a transformative effect, and these could change your life and put you on a totally new track or path. Now the power of your perception is good under this, and also the power of your unconscious is very good. So these two will more or less govern what's happened. So you need to be fully alert, eyes and ears open, so you don't miss a trick. Now the other aspect is Mars and Chiron, the healing planet. Chiron is in your 11th house. This is a good time to heal past wounds with friends or colleagues. It's a good time to say sorry if you need to, but it's also a time to say no if you have to, and be able to help people with their issues as well as others, because Mars is very compassionate under this aspect, so you're able to let go of ego issues and to get to the bottom of things. On the 7th, there'll be quite a bit of unrest because Uranus and Mars come together, and Uranus is in your unconscious, so you won't actually know what it is, but something will be driving you on to make changes. Something will maybe make you a little bit irritable, because the Mars energy will be upset with this action from Uranus, and you need to watch out for accidents or things, because if that happens, then you're not expressing energy in the correct way, and you need to pay attention as to what you're thinking about when things happen. The other aspect is Mercury coming together with Pluto and making that aspect to the moon's nodes. And Mercury will help bring clearer and more concise messages through, so you'll be able to understand what this aspect is really all about. We spoke earlier of the aspect between Neptune and the black moon Lilith. Well, on the 11th, the Sun contacts the black moon with a trine and shines a light on the issues there. So you'll be able to see clearly what needs to be done if you haven't already worked it out. Now, on the 12th, we have Venus and Mars coming together. This is always a very strong aspect, sexually and creatively. And it's actually happening in the house, the 8th house of sex. So this is going to be a very demanding time, and you will need to get gratification. Now, if you're in a relationship, this is fantastic because it can take it to a whole new level. If you're not in a relationship and start a relationship, it could purely be based on the physical side of love. On the 13th and 15th, we have two aspects that could help you to grow and evolve. The first one is Jupiter in the 10th house making a positive aspect to Uranus. Now, Uranus wants change, but Jupiter, there could be opportunities that come along. This is in your career, on your public standing, or in your destined or chosen path. Now, this could help you find another job or get a better promotion, better pay. These are things that could happen under this influence, but it's a very positive aspect, and it could also help you to see the bigger picture and be able to see things in a different light, so you can solve problems that maybe have been hanging around for some time. And the other aspect on the 15th is when the Sun makes a T-square with the moon's nodes. This is the North Node and the South Node. Now, when this happens, this can also bring opportunities your way. The Sun is in the 9th house, the house of Jupiter, so again this is a chance to grow and evolve. But you need to get the balance on this one. You need to balance between the past and the present, future, and you also need to balance the unconscious with the conscious mind. When you can get those in balance, things will happen, doors will open. Now, the best way to do this is to live in the here and now, and not to get too caught up with the future, not to get too caught up with the past. Get the balance in, use your talents, use your abilities that you've already got, your experience, to propel you into the future. On the 16th, we have a full moon, but there's a bit of a dilemma, a dichotomy here, because the full moon is in Leo, which is big, brave, bold, wants fun and excitement, passion and creativity. Unfortunately, it happens in the house of Gemini, your house, the third house, which is more on the mundane, and the third house is about getting those day-to-day mundane tasks done. So it's a bit of a tricky one. It would be good to get those tasks done, because there's been a lot of influence in the 10th and 9th houses. You've been very busy, you've been trying to improve things and get things going, but you mustn't let the paperwork get behind, so good time to catch up. Then on the 22nd, it's a day when things might not be too good at work, because we have Venus and Mars making an aspect to Neptune. This is a very daydreamy, imaginative, creative kind of day. And it's a day when you want to spend with your partner. It's not a day when you really want to be at work, although you would get on with work colleagues at work, but Mars will be very much softened. It might be a day when you'll be more compassionate and help other people rather than drive ahead dynamically. But certainly it's a day for enjoying the arts and for conversing and relating well with other people. Your ruler Mercury is very busy between the 23rd and 24th, making 3 aspects. Now, the first one on the 23rd is to Chiron, who's in your 11th house. So this is a good time to make amends with friends. If there's been any upsets, it might be time to say sorry, and it might be time to deal with past wounds or past hurts connected with friends. Then on the same day we have another aspect to Juno. Now this one is more concerned with partnerships, because this is where you may want to look at commitments with your partner, and you may want to set new commitments, long-term commitments within your relationship. And then the other aspect on the 24th is to Uranus in the 12th house. And you need to be careful on this one, because your mind will be working quick and going very fast and be full of new ideas, but Uranus in that 12th house is in the realm of the unconscious. So it's a day when you might blurt things out from your unconscious. Maybe days when you could get yourself into trouble, so it's best to think before you speak. To end the month of February, we have the culmination and climax of the Venus-Mars conjunction. On the 25th, the two will come in contact with Vesta. Now, Vesta is the largest and brightest of the 4 asteroids, and is the goddess of hearth and home, and also the keeper of the eternal flame. Now, where Vesta appears is where we need to commit to our spiritual path forward. But it's also how we channel our sexual energy and what experiences we have through it. Now, this is all happening in the 8th house of sex, so this could be a time when you could experiment, maybe through creative means of tantric or other methods, and explore those realms in the 8th house. Now, with Mars there as well, obviously there's physical energy and drive in there. Also, it tempers Mars a little bit, and it changes him, and the energy is more protective, so you might be more protective over your partner or your loved ones and your home area as well, because of this rulership with the hearth and home. And then with the other aspect, there's creativity as well, tremendous creativity, and it could be that you want to channel some energy into making something or sharing something with your partner that is more longer lasting. It might be that also you want to commit to things as well on the long term. The final aspect on the 28th is between Venus, Mars and Vesta, and they make an aspect to the Moon's North Node, which is a positive aspect. Now this could enlighten you in a certain way. This could enlighten your true spiritual path, or it could enlighten your mission in life. But it could come through the unconscious realms, because the North Node is in your 12th house. So you've got to be open to messages, you've got to be open to listening to what people say, watching out for things, signs. You need to be very aware, so you can attract people as well. With this aspect, you can attract people that will help you on this mission or help you on your spiritual path, and they will be able to aid you in the success of this journey. Now, you just have to be a little bit careful with Mars, because Mars can be a bit impulsive and can jump in, so you need to be considered. You need to weigh things up and make sure that you are going in the right direction. But this is a small window, this is a great opportunity, so don't pass it up, don't let it go by. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you'd like to leave a message, I'd be glad to hear from you.